Director, I'm going to ask you another question. Given the fact that every one of us that lives in Eurobodalla dwells in a dwelling that at some point in time required the native vegetation to be removed from it, my question to you is, if we were to take on board and react to every recommendation from OEH, in your view, would we see enough land released or enough development to house all of these relative new members of our community? Would there be enough areas available to house them and accommodate them if we were to react, as I've said, to every concern that OEH has?
OEH is an environmental agency. Their mandate is to look at the environment and principally only the environment. So they take a view generally that any impact is a bad impact. And I can understand that, that's their role. Other agencies have other responsibilities. The Department of Planning and my planning staff have the responsibility to consider all of the issues that are under consideration, not just one, and weigh those issues up. In terms of our overall supply of land and our settlement patterns, we have addressed climate change through our overall planning. In terms of, if you look at the way the area is settled, we have larger, more medium density areas around our town centres, particularly if you look at Bateman's Bay, we increase the amount of medium density and the height of development in that area to cater for more growth, to minimise the amount of travel. So that, and along with the additional residential areas we already have, will meet our immediate and near future needs for growth. You need to keep in mind that approximately 90% of our Shire is covered by vegetation cover. National parks, 45%, state forests, 34%. There's only about 20% of the Shire vegetation which is in private hands. Most of it is in state hands. So we're very limited as a Shire as it is in terms of what we can and where we can develop. A large percentage of our Shire is already in state-controlled hands, and therefore we have very limited potential for development going forward. So yes, we need to be mindful of what impact we have, but we also need to be mindful of making sure that we have and provide for the growth of our community in terms of where we can live, where we can work, and where we can recreate.